Well, there's some love so real. In time to will reveal a special love that's deep inside of us. Will all reveal in time. Very good morning, it's Penuel the Black Pen. Today is the 15th of June 2022, and we are officially celebrating 4 years of Penuelism on the 15th of June 2018. Officially, well, this is now official. Penuelism as a religion and as a culture was born, seeing myself as God, the God of Penuelists, seeing myself as the person who dictates right and wrong, the morals, and who is a life guide for the people that follow my beliefs, my religion, my teachings. I'm quite excited. I know it's just 4 years, but I'm looking forward to 10 years of Penuelism, and I'm taking it upon myself to have the responsibility to make sure that we set up clothing, that I push Penuelism principles and get as many people as possible to read it, that I make sure that Penuelists are gathering, Penuelists are living healthy, Penuelists are thriving economically, Penuelists are traveling the world and making a huge change. So to everyone out there who supports any of my teachings, you could have bought one of my books, you could have bought anything that I've sold in the past, you've supported any of my businesses, you believe in just some of the things that I have to say on social media, in real life, etc. I just want to say thank you very much. And I look forward to growing with so many of you out there. I know a lot of you obviously are not ready to leave your cultural beliefs. A lot of you are not ready to leave your religious beliefs, of course, but I'm hoping that over time, I can slowly but surely colonize your minds so that you are strong enough to then leave these old beliefs that you have and say, you know what, I'm actually ready for the current and I'm ready for the future. And I want to follow Penuel into the future, because he tells me to have a critical mind, to own my thinking, and to want to win in this world that we live in today. Few stories that I just want to touch on that are currently trending. The case of Senzo Meyiwa, who used to be the captain and the goalkeeper of Orlando Pirates soccer team in South Africa, and also the goalkeeper of the South African national team, Bafana Bafana. I'm not sure if he was captain there, but he was murdered many years ago. The case has been postponed to the 12th of July 2022 because there is a second docket that has been looked at now, which apparently accused singer Kelly Khumalo, the son of Chico Twala, Longwe Twala, and I think about 5 or 6 other people as potentially being the people that may have killed Senzo Meyiwa. Advocate Mshololo, who is representing one of the 5 suspects, has asked to have this thing pushed out. Advocate D4, who is representing the other 4, has also asked for this thing to be pushed out so they can look at it. The defense in the NPA is saying, no, this was just an internal docket that was put together by a junior prosecutor, which doesn't really mean anything, because whether you're a junior or a senior, you are still qualified to have an opinion on matters. One of the people that was accused in the second docket, that was in the house along with Kelly Kumar and others, apparently there are 2 witnesses that say they found that person. I think it's Maggie Piri, that was cleaning up the blood of Senzo Meyiwa after the death. So we're looking forward to seeing what's going to happen with that case. Of course, our hearts still sit with the Meyiwa family, who to this day have not received justice. And there's been so much politics and so many speculations around this case, and so many failures by the South African policing services and other people that have been involved at the highest levels. Just recently with Bheki Cele, who's the police commissioner, and other people, we heard the crime stats in South Africa, which are coming out. South Africa's crime stats are going up. And it's very, very sad for me personally to see that this country is getting more and more rotten. What was very interesting for me, between January and March 2022, the 3 months at the beginning of this year, over 6,000 people have been murdered in this country. Over 6,000 people have been murdered. On the other hand, in the Ukraine and Russia war, which started in February, to date, there have been close to 4,400 people killed. 4,400 people killed from February till now in the Ukraine-Russia war, which is getting global spotlight. Ukraine, Russia, this is atrocious. Vladimir Putin, whatever the case may be, 4,400 people have been killed, and it's tragic and it's sad, of course. But looking at the power of propaganda, in our own country of South Africa, over 6,000 people have been killed, and we're not seeing the same propaganda on our news channels every single day. Instead, they're pumping this Ukraine-Russia war, which shows you the power of propaganda. And I've said before that everyone Everyone pushes propaganda, and you need to find the propaganda that suits you and your agenda. Especially when you hear of places like the Cape Flats, places like Mlazi, Wamashu, places here in Johannesburg, Lenasia, Eldorado Park, Alexandra, Deep Sluit, and other places around the country where people are being murdered every day. People are drowning in alcohol and drug abuse. Women are being raped. Children are being killed. Those are the things that we're meant to be sorting out as a nation instead of focusing on other places just because a CNN or an America or a Europe is pumping that news down our throats. Over 6,000 people killed in the first quarter of this year, close to 4,400 people killed in the Ukraine-Russia war. We need to focus on home and we need to resolve our own problems. I've said before, because we've had issues from the police speaking about that they don't have enough police cars, we don't have enough police, etc. There's nothing wrong with normal civilians taking it upon themselves to become heroes in society. It is up to you out there watching this to go out there and find a shooting range close to you. Find a shooting range, learn how to shoot a gun, become competent in handling a gun, and legally get your gun license. Getting your gun license comes with knowing the psychology of, are you a responsible citizen? Do you know how to use a gun? Do you know when to use a gun? In public. We need as many good, mature, thoughtful, responsible citizens in this country to get armed, to have weapons. We have enough criminals, we have enough evil people, corrupt people that have guns. We need good citizens to have guns. We've heard of gun laws that need to be stricter in places like the United States of America, where they have an insane number of killings, especially school and other mass shootings. But that doesn't necessarily mean guns are bad. It means guns in the wrong hands are bad. And I'm telling you now, in this country with bad people having guns, a lot of them being illegal, we need good citizens, because you can become a cop in your own right. Get a gun license, get a gun. After that, study the law as a normal citizen. Understand what is right, what is wrong, defeating the ends of justice, violating someone else. Because if a lot of us are armed, if a lot of us know the law, if a lot of us know politics, we don't need to wait for the police to show up. We don't need to wait for soldiers to show up. We can be the police and the soldiers that we need. Shout out to AfriForum, who is pushing for that in their spaces. Shout out to Operation Dudula and Tlantla-Lax, who are pushing in Soweto and other townships to become the legal enforcers in their spaces to make sure that their communities are safe. Very, very interesting stuff for us to think about. Last thing I want to speak about that's trending is Somizi Mhlongo and Mohale Mutaung, the gay couple who became the biggest married gay couple in the country. I'm a huge fan of Somizi. Over the years, him and his mom and his father, to be honest, Shefane. Huge fan of Somizi. I've been watching Living the Dream of Somizi. Very inspiring young man. Well, he's not young. Somizi is actually fucking old. Very inspiring gent, has pushed, who's been a great voice for the gay community, etc. And seeing how their marriage fell apart and the accusations. So Mohale saying that, Mohale being much younger than Somizi, I think in his 20s, while Somizi might be in his 40s, much younger, saying that Somizi was abusing him, certain sexual violations of sorts. It's been sad for me watching Somizi go onto TV shows to speak about their marriage and the falling apart, making money off the tragedy of that marriage. And now I just found out recently that Mohale is going to be sitting with a very great queer journalist, Aldrin Sampier, very great journalist who is a queer man himself, is going to be sitting to say his side of the story for Showmax to get paid, which now makes me think, was their marriage ever real, or was it all for TV? Was it all for getting paid? If this thing is as sensitive as we'd like to think, should they not be keeping it private? Or if they want to make it public, why must they make it public on paid platforms where they're going to be paid lots of money to discuss the gory details of their marriage and their divorce? Very, very sad for me, and it shows the decay in our society. It came out recently with Ray J in America, the brother of Brandy Norwood, the singer, coming out and saying, to be honest, it was Chris. Is her name Chris? Chris Kardashian. It was Chris Kardashian, the mother of Kim and the other girls, Kardashians, who sat with Ray J, who sat with Kim, and they decided to manufacture the sex tape, and they decided how they were going to roll it out for a scandal. They gave him some money back then, and he let it slide because he got paid, and the family went and built this Kardashian empire, but the abuse that he's gotten over time, being accused of leaking the tape, etc. And he wanted to set the record straight that, to be honest, we all sat down and we planned this thing. And I've been painted as the bad guy, and that's not true. You know, the decay in society and how people are willing to do almost anything for money to secure the bag. We've heard of girls in South Africa that go to places like Dubai where men pee on them or shit on them just so they can make money. You know, we've lost our morals just for money. Money is a tool to get things done. But when you're violating your values, what you believe in, it means you've sold out. You've become evil. You've sold your soul. You've lost your soul. And I hope that some of us are going to have these conversations with ourselves, with our children. How far are you willing to go for money and to get out of poverty or to have a decent life? For a lot of, especially some of these girls and some of these guys who sleep with rich men in places like Johannesburg, some of them, it's no longer about getting out of poverty. For some of them, it's about sustaining certain lifestyles. It's pathetic and it's sad, and I hope that we can fix our society with certain things like that. I'd like to thank everyone who has been supporting me, supporting my YouTube channel, Penuel the Black Pen, supporting my Facebook page, Penuel the Black Pen, supporting my TikTok, my Instagram, my Twitter, @GodPenuel, supporting Penuelism as a religion, coming to meet me wherever I am, to come and take pictures with me, tell me how I've changed their lives, how I've helped them fix things with their partners, how I've helped them reunite with their children, how they've put on their parents, their grandparents, to listen to some of the things I have to say so that their families can live better, so that they can change culture and move forward, so that they can win. I've met some of the most amazing human beings, normal human beings, but also I've met sensational people in this country, Black South Africans who are building insane businesses, who are traveling the whole world making an impact, white people who are successful, Indian people who are successful. It's been incredibly inspiring for me. It's given me a lot of hope. And I think if I can use my voice to connect more people, we can fundamentally change this country of South Africa. We can fundamentally change the continent of Africa, and we can change the world. One of my clips, which I did on the virtual Nkuku with DJ Sbu, is about the power of South Africans and how we've got examples like Trevor Noah, we've got DJ Black Coffee, Charlize Theron, Thuso Mbedu. You know, there are so many South Africans that are doing amazing things on the planet. The wealthiest doctor in the world, Dr. Patrick Soon-Shiong. And there's so many other people. Wade van Niekerk, you know, an Olympic star. Some of our soccer players, Percy Tau, we just saw Upitso, who was the ex-coach of Sundowns, who was at Al Ahly in Egypt. Very successful, and now he's moving on, is inspiring so many other South Africans and other Africans. We've got people like Burna Boy who are blazing a trail for the continent. Guys, it's our time to shine. I hope you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you, and I hope to see more of you achieving great things, connecting with me so that we can ignite the world. Penuel the Black Pen, a happy 4 years to Penuelism. Love you guys very much. Have a blessed day.